Yes, sir, man. Your big brother K-Rino. We are back with part two. We got DJ. We got real, authentic, organic DJs in the building, man. H-Town is in the building, and we are promoting the DJ workshop that's taking place on March the 23rd, right here in the city of Houston at Muhammad Mosque number 45, 3 to 6 p.m. If we didn't mention it earlier, 3 to 6 p.m. March the 23rd. You talking about every aspect, every category of DJing will be handled, will be discussed, and will be demonstrated, if I'm correct, will be demonstrated on that day. So this is a beautiful thing. I think it's much needed, much overdue. And we're glad. I know I'm gonna be glad to be just sitting in the audience. I'm just gonna be sitting there like a student just learning because that was never my thing. Just but let's go deeper into it. So I was thinking about some of the things that DJ Confusion was saying. Is it like a DJ union, or is that something that can be started locally, like a DJ union to kind of protect some of those things, or help with some of those things that the DJs are going through?
Well,
Is that possible?
well, you have a lot, a lot of DJ uh groups. Like
Right.
coalition DJs, mixed DJs, nerve DJs, loud DJ. Everybody is like in a. It's a lot of groups, man. But what I'm looking for is a group that like everybody right here is really like the seminar. We need DJs like that can get together and teach people the right way, not just for them to just go get a board. Oh, I'm a DJ. No, no, it's not that simple. Cause
Correct.
it's a lot of people right now that they doing that. They put DJ in front of their name, and they just go get a board and they just put music on. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of that.
Yep.
Let me ask you too, because you mentioned like the DJ. That's like DJ crews. You see a bunch of cliques and crews of DJs. Um, and to my knowledge, a lot of times you see those crews, and they're more in it to like get money. Correct me
Mhm.
if I'm wrong, to get money from the artists and things of that nature. It's that's not necessarily a union where they're
Right.
kind of looking out for each other and looking out for the art form. That's more so of that. Am I right? Or is that what we're talking about?
Yeah,
That's pretty much.
Some cases, I'm sure maybe not all, but in some cases.
right. You're right. You know what I'm saying? Because you're talking about like we have like in Houston we have the Go DJs and but they more of like a crew and they're more of it about the money.
Mm.
I think, in my opinion, it really can be a union, but the one thing that's gonna always get in the way is our ego. you know,
Egos. Yes, egos. You don't
those-
want the other DJ to do better
that
than this DJ or, stuff like that.
that part is what and not to sound negative, but it's just the truth, man. It's just like, oh well, why I'm better than this guy. You know what I'm saying? And why is he get to talk, or why is he the lead, so-called leader? So if we get those egos out of the way, man, the union could definitely succeed. But because of the DJs and their egos, especially the veterans, you know what I'm saying, that are not
Mhm.
to know how to unite, you know what I'm saying, or got that teaching of knowing what it's like to unite, how much power we have united together, all thinking the
Mhm.
same.
What about just starting it with the like-minded individuals?
Mhm.
Even
That's
if
how,
it's ain't if it, even if it ain't but 10 of y'all,
yeah.
start. If it's 10 people that are on the same page, then that 10 could create something that would attract another 10 at some point down the line. Because the reality is, you know, it wouldn't be something that would be open for everybody because, like you said, everybody's not going to be coming in with the same agenda. People will be coming in with different personal agendas and things of that nature.
Shout out to Tricky C, man. Tricky C. I remember when he asked me, "Hey, man, I'm thinking about doing something
Mm.
for the DJs." Hey, I'm down with it. No questions asked. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way it should be. Us coming together. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just, like egos get in the way, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the main problem. You got to remember, man. Somebody has to lead and somebody has to follow. And in many instances, some people know what to do and some don't. Shout out to Tricky C for being able to, mastermind this thing and put this thing together, and to be able to bring a bunch of guys together and say, hey, man, I want to do this, first. I haven't seen it, in my lifetime, and I think it's wonderful, that somebody has the mindset and the ability to rally this many DJs in one place, and it's like, this is what we're gonna do, and it's gonna be structured and blah 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 blah. And I'm with it. I'm a leader in my own right, but I'm definitely a soldier. I always believe in taking care of my people and making sure that we get our tasks done. That's the main thing. And I respect the leadership.
Especially when if we say we fighting for the same cause.
Exactly.
Then sometimes, we have to, and let me fall back and let them let them push it forward, and I can fall in line. I can lay back in the ranks and still put the work in.
Still put a good amount of work in. At the end of the day, I know what I can do.
Right.
But again, somebody, if you came up with the idea, I'm gonna follow suit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Everybody's gonna benefit from it. So again, March the 23rd, y'all. Look, if you're in Houston, man, y'all need to come out and see this. I'm so looking for. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something about your brother, man. It's like it's amazing that we having this conversation today, because I just dropped a couple of new projects, and look what I did. Look what I got. This just arrived today.
Yeah, vinyl.
See, let me ask y'all about the resurgence of vinyl. How do y'all feel as what I would call affectionately old school DJs? That's a compliment. They was trying to run vinyl out the game at one point some years back. I shouldn't have to ask how y'all feel, but just give me y'all thoughts on how that vinyl resurged, and a lot of the artists are starting to do it again, man.
Oh, that's a good one. Me, I have my vinyl from back then.
Yeah.
My vinyl is still in good condition. So what I do, it's easier, I have a board too, but it makes it easier for me to carry all my music,
Right.
instead of taking all the crates. Now, if you haven't packed those crates, I used to pack. You already know, okay? We used to pack them crates, man.
I used to help. I used to help her to one pack his. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm talking about you have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 crates. It took some toll, but hey, we was glad to put our fingers on it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I missed that, but my music now, if I need something, I go get the record that they don't press out no more, and I grab my little scratch it, and that's how I put my music on my computer, from my old records, and that's how my MP3s turn into MP3s. So vinyl, hey, it's all good. I don't mind it bringing back. I'll be up in the stores again like I used to. So,
well, we didn't ask who are some of the DJs who are going to be at this workshop, man? Because I saw the list, but I want the people to hear the names of some of the people locally. They'll know how powerful this is going to be.
DJ Master C is one.
Yes, sir. So check this list out, man. Man, brother K-Rino, you wouldn't believe how small it started and how large it has gotten. And I'm telling you, almost every day I have another DJ asking me to be a part of it. I got so many DJs that want to be a part of it that I'm just telling them, hey guys, just come and be a part of it. Just be part of the dialogue. You know what I'm saying? And just to teach, you know what I mean? Because we're gonna have a DJ dialogue that's gonna be out like we're having tonight. That's gonna be off the chain. You know what I'm saying? That many DJs.
Fellowship.
Can you imagine that dialogue and the stories? But man, off the chart, man, I got of course myself, DJ Tricky C. We got DJ Crazy Dreads, Brother Apprentice. We got DJ Ushay, the GOAT. And again, if you've never seen this brother, man, he's awesome. And I can't wait till this guy do his thing. We got the awesome DJ Confusion. He likes to call himself Confusion the producer now. We're gonna have a quick appearance by Daryl Scott. Daryl Scott actually has another gig. Like I also have another gig right after, and I think a couple other DJs. As soon as it's over, man, you're gonna see a couple of DJs packing up and getting on out of there to get to our paid gig. So Daryl Scott is gonna make a brief appearance. We got my boy DJ Harvey Love, DJ Shano. We got the one and only DJ Icy Hot is gonna be there. We got legendary Luscious Ice. Luscious Ice is gonna be in the building, man. And we got my boy DJ Groove, who's on the line with us right now. We got my brother, Mr. E. He's a teacher, and Mr. E. He's gonna be kicking off some things. And then of course we got DJ Baby C. And I got quite a few some surprises that we're gonna have pop up in there. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, buddy. Look
yes,
out.
Sir. Yes.
That's a strong lineup, especially for anybody. You know, if you in Houston, then you hear them names, you like, ooh, you already know. So will there be a segment where you may bring somebody up to help them participate in a demonstration, or maybe the young people and all? Will we have that going on too?
If time permits, that's what I want, because I really want, because like I said before, man, I get so many kids, man. Those kids is like when they see a DJ, it's like I got candy in my hand, man. It's just to see the amazing eyes, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. So I really want, the time permits. We got 3 hours, guys. Usually our ARC workshops are only 2 hours. We got an extended hour from brother minister Abdul. Cause he was a DJ.
Yeah, DJ Mac.
DJ Mac, right. So he was man, I'm gonna give y'all an extra hour, Yeah. And so I do plan on letting the kids come up and get some lessons.
Yeah, because the reason why I asked that is because with everything I've heard y'all say about the current state of DJing now, I think that it would be dope to instill the organic principles of DJing into the young people, where maybe they can resurrect that as they come up. If they come up wanting to be a DJ, if they don't get these lessons and principles from the old school, they're gonna come up doing it the way it's done now, which is cool. Technology is beautiful, but that history, to be rooted in that history and in knowing what it's like to get on them turntables, knowing what it's like to hear that fried chicken when you put it on the turntable.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
I think that's something that a lot of young people would get a lot out of, man. So I hope that time will permit to make that happen, man.
Hey, brother K-Rino. So there are a lot of DJ academies online. They have a big school in New York where they actually have the turntables, and they're actually teaching the art. Here in Houston, we have Break Free Houston, which has the 4 elements. And we have a turntable class teaching, again, the art, scratching, this, that, not so much radio and party club, but just teaching the art of scratching. They also do break dancing, graffiti, rapping. Then you have like turntable, what do you call that? Turntable tutors. So there's a lot of academies when it comes to scratching. And let me say this again, and I'm just pro-Black. I'm not hating on no other race, but white folks got in the game, and it's like everything has to be analyzed. Oh, this scratch goes like this. Man, back in the day, you heard, I learned to cut just from hearing. Now it's like, oh, you got to do this note, the swing. Today, this boy was trying to tell me something about the boomerang scratch. Oh, it's 6 notes. I didn't learn no dang 6 notes. I learned just by listening. So you know, this is what I'm saying. They're taking our culture and watered it down, and trying to make money off of it. So they'll keep it to themselves, like in these academies. But for the mainstream DJ that want to do the parties and things of that nature, oh, here are controllers. Don't worry about scratching. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about that. And a lot of the songs that are being put out, they'll never hear the light of day, man. But there are a lot of dope songs coming out with DJs getting off, man. Like you got the Brown Paper Bag People, which I used to play on my mix show. You got the Hoodies, Albert Science, Apollo Brown, man. I mean, there are so many songs to date. You can hear DJs get off, man. Sway and Tech with DJ Revolution, their morning show. Revolution goes off, man. I was like, whoa. And on Sundays on Shade 45, they got Rappers Out of Control with Eclipse. I mean, it's still there, but it's hidden.
Yeah. Remember how they used to have DJ records? They still have them, but I'm talking about DJ used to put out full records of nothing but mixing.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
DJ
yeah.
Cash Money used to have a double record, and you know, here come DJ Jazzy Jeff, and you know, DJs put mixes together and put them on records. You know what I'm
Magic Mike
saying?
out of Miami.
Yeah,
With the
man.
bass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's amazing you said that because you just reminded another thing that's gone. All of y'all can attest to this. Back in the days, every rapper that came out, they DJ had one song on the album that was
Yes,
just their
sir.
song, where they
Yes,
just
sir.
show off and do their thing. I can remember Jay's Game on Run DMC. You know, I can
mm-hmm.
even Eric B had Chinese arithmetic. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Every DJ had their song that they just
Yes,
let him
sir.
go, you know, let him shine, man. And I just really hope that we can kind of get back to that because the appreciation of the DJ. And another thing too, Tricky C said this yesterday. We was talking is how I need y'all to talk about how the art of DJing for each of y'all have turned into a career and an occupation that has been able to sustain y'all in terms of like, man, I'll make a living doing this. Explain just the blessing of that, man, if that's the road that y'all are on.
Man, with that, you know, I've been spinning since '85. You know what I'm saying? And I started hanging out with uh different DJs like Ready Red, Lonnie Mac, the Def Four. You know, that's when I started out. You know, hanging around them cats. And Raheem is actually the one who gave me my DJ name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was, you know, that's when he was dance floor and everything was out. That's how I got DJ Master C. First he said Cut Master C, but then he said, "No, I'm just leave it Master C. That sounds a little bit better." And he said, "Okay, cool, that's it." And you know, it's going around with him a lot. Him and my boy Shaquem. And that from that point, I just fell in love with it, and you know, hanging out with at the radio station with Reg in Effect, you know, Lester Sir Pays, and that just got me into the clubs after that. And I was like, damn, all I gotta do is play music, and I can get money for playing music. Something I like to do. Oh man, from that point on, hey, I just been on it and doing different clubs, and then I went into my own DJ service business. For 10 straight years, I did number of weddings, parties, weddings every weekend. But then I'm not gonna lie, I got wore out because for the 10 years every weekend, one on Friday, two on Saturday, one on Sunday, and that really takes a toll on you, you know. And from now, retired for a minute, and somebody told me, man, see, you got to come back out, man, because you were cold back in there. You know what you do with your music, and that's what made me start my own radio station. So, you know, people have just been, hitting at me, start this, man, because you play music the way, it's supposed to be, instead of having that, that BS they go through, the payola, all that stuff, So
Go
that's why
ahead,
I'm at now.
Groove.
I'm at the band radio. So
Yes, sir.
that's how
Go
I'm
ahead,
making it.
Groove. Speak on it, Groove. Speak on it.
I come from retail. I mean, throughout high school, anybody knew me, I was either dancing or singing.
Yeah.
I've always had a love for music, even as a little kid, So, but when I moved to Houston, because I was tainted East West Coast, just really got heavy into it. So Houston is a different environment. It's a different sound. It's a different way. Everything is different. And I landed dead center in Horn Clark, and it rocked me. It took me a while to adapt, but when I did, I wrapped my head around it. Further down the line, after I stopped singing and dancing, I started getting intrigued by a lot of the music, the DJing aspect of it. Like you said, packing crates, different artists and stuff like that. And a lot of different guys were showing me how to do this and how to do that. And I hung around DJ Bulldog, and him and DJ Nonstop. They basically gave me my name. You play all this neo soul and all this, man. We can groove to that. That's what you're gonna be called, So that's how I got my name. But a gentleman by the name of DJ Tricky C took all the rough edges off, showed me the business, showed me how to get the money, showed me what to do, what to play, how to say it, all of that. So that's my mentor. These are the guys that shaped me. I landed dead center in Horn Clark, but these are the guys that shaped me, and I've been tearing it up ever since. So I owe a lot to my mentors in that aspect.
No doubt about it. And the crazy part about it, man, and I was thinking about something the Confusion said on part one. A lot of the DJs from back in the days, because he was talking about the money, he was talking about how the same amounts, similar amounts that y'all was getting back in the days, that hasn't really jumped up too much now. And I think, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just a rapper. A lot of the DJs from back in the days, I watched them transition over to becoming producers. And some of them abandoned DJing altogether, but some of them still teeter back for like Harvey Love. Harvey Love was DJ Harvey Love. Back with Mello and all them. But he turned into one of the top producers to ever come out of the city. For y'all, was production ever something that all of y'all was interested in, or y'all just like, man, I'm just gonna dance with the girl I came with?
I dabbled in it a little bit.
Yeah.
I called myself putting a little group together. Went to the studio. I had a little 909 and 808 in my bedroom. Just to have the guys come over. Now, Lil Flea will tell you, before he got with Street Military, he used to be over at the house. I used to have the 808, this, that. We try to do the little group thing, But yeah, I tried to dabble in it a little bit. I mean, other things transformed, but
Yeah, man. The thing about that is transitioning from a DJ to a producer is really easy, because if you think about it, we really was producing when we were DJing. Remember what Flash was teaching everybody, how he would just what were they doing? They was catching them break beats.
Yeah.
You were producing when you was catching them break beats and looping them break beats. You know what I'm saying? So it was easy if you knew how to do that. So it was and then all of a sudden you get into these studios with the MCs, and you see these SP 1200 over there, and you see somebody that know how to work it, and you be like, that's all you have to do? Okay. And then all of a sudden you see an here come the ASR 10, one of these bad boys right here. If I don't know if y'all can see it.
Oh, we can't see it. We can't see it.
Okay, hold on. But yeah,
but I know what it looked like, because I used to mess with
it's on 10,
logo,
boy.
Your logo being aggressive.
Yeah. It was an easy transition, and I know Confusion could really trying to get on, but I know he really could tell you how the transition, him and Harvey Love, and that's one of the segments that I was gonna have too. One of the dialogues, so I was gonna have two DJs that's also producers, and yeah, that as well as I don't want to say it because I know you like, but I do got another producer that used to be a DJ, and then he gonna be a surprise. But I'm gonna say Big Swift. I don't know if y'all know.
Yeah.
Swift.
Oh yeah. Man, Swift is next level, man. Next level production, man, without a doubt.
My God, boy, that Swift was the first DJ that I saw because when he moved from Miami, he also moved in Hiram Clark, and he moved in my neighborhood, Glen Iris. Wow. And a friend took me to his house, and he said, "Yeah, this DJ Tricky C, man, watch this." Man, Swift got on them 1200s and was doing the tricks and was scratching with his elbows and his nose and his knees. I was like, "Oh my God!" Wow. So yeah, easy transition to go from DJing to producing because it's in you already.
Yeah, some of the best producers are DJs. You look at Lil Jon, Khaled, Dr. Dre, even DJ Premier. I had an honor meeting him. Yeah, I had an honor meeting Premier at a conference, and I didn't know he was from Houston because technically I'm not from Houston. I'm from Bryan College Station, so I was like, "What?" We started talking about sound waves. I'm like, "What?"
All right.
He used to work at Soundwave out here.
Yeah, he told me that. I'm like, "What?"
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to this bread, man, because why is it that the pricing for DJing events isn't satisfactory or respectful to the or relative to the work that y'all put in? Because man, look, first of all, you got to come in, set up, do what you got to do, and y'all are the first ones there and the last ones to leave. So you're talking about if an event pops off at 9, if the doors open at 9, y'all are probably there at 7:45 or 8 setting up, I'm guessing. So you talking about 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, you know, 6 hours. And then for somebody to come along and say, "Hey man, okay, man, can you do it for 250? Can you do it for 300? Why? What has to happen for y'all? Do y'all just have to just start being stern on y'all pricing and like, man, I ain't doing it? Or is the game being messed up because if you do say, like Confusion said, "Hey man, I'm charging 500," then somebody come along and say, "Well, I do it for 3." Is that up the game? What?
Low balling. Yep.
It's the low balling, man. It's the lack of respect of what, like you said, what it takes to get, getting this, setting up, curating the music, finding out what needs to be played, not just reading the crowd, but even having that already set. Yeah. Having your sets ready, knowing what to do, having your sound set up correctly, mixing your sound down, all that takes time. A lot of time, a lot of setting up, the room, making sure your sound is pointed in the right direction.
What's the first thing somebody say?
It's
why you charging so much? You ain't doing them but playing music.
You ain't doing them but standing there.
It's all about the mindset of the DJ. When that DJ makes up his mind, when he knows his worth, and I know my worth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 120, I'm 100, between 100 and 125 an hour. And that's for events. And that's what I want. And hey, I can't afford that. Well, you know what? That's my price. And guess what? Guys, I'm blessed to have gigs during there every Friday and Saturday. But I know my worth. Now, here's the kicker part. What Confusion was talking about. It's the clubs that has not changed. I remember I started DJing at Club Shannon back in 1999. Yeah. And I was getting paid $100 a night for 5 hours. Do you know still today, you can go to some of these clubs and they will only want to pay you $150 for the whole night.
Wow. I ain't never did nothing for $150.
Yeah, so they're gonna say, man, that's $20 an hour, man. People love to make $20 an hour on a job.
Nah. so brother K-Rino.
No, wow. Well, okay. Well, guess what? The DJs ain't good and good DJs ain't cheap.
Go get Kid for free.
Yeah.
Hey, Kid,
we'll let you do this to get your name out there.
Right. So I don't know if anybody else on the call or panel ever been signed with an agency, but I was blessed to be signed with a agency out of Las Vegas. So my pricing was a little different. So I was doing the concerts. That's how I was able to DJ for MC Light and all that for those spot dates. So 45 minutes of DJing opening up for a major show, I got $1,500 plus hotel and flight.
Yeah.
So that's why I said I would never do anything for a bill 50. However, it's not all what it cracked up to be, because those shows come once every blue moon. Versus me being at home, going to this club or this party. Right. So those tours wasn't going on all the time. They came once every blue moon. So I wasn't rocking and rolling like a lot of you all would on this call.
No, that make a lot of sense. It's because it's about falling into the right situation at the right time, and the people you're dealing with, whatever budgets they got, and you just landed in the right spot. It's again, y'all have a lot of similarities to rappers. I might get a feature for 1,500. That might come every so often, but in the meantime, this cat, I'm normally floating around 500. You know what I'm saying? So you take what you take in the moments, but every now and then you get that big one. You know what I'm saying? So now I understand that.
And you know what, brother K-Rino? DJs, going back to what brother Tricky C said, DJs have to get in that mind state that you are an entertainer. You're not just up there playing music. You're an entertainer, so you need to get paid. If you're gonna pay, excuse my French, for attacking musical artists, you're gonna pay this musical artist what, 10, 15,000 to do a 30-minute set, and we on here rocking for 4 hours. You, man, please, you finna start a fight up in here.
Man, brother Princess, not to interrupt you. Let me tell you something. I was DJing I'm not gonna give these clubs no props. I was DJing somewhere on South Main, and they had Jeezy coming there. They paid Jeezy $5,000 to just come in the club, and the brother wanted to just still pay me $150. But I rocked the club. But Jeezy sitting over here just drinking, getting drunk, and he got $5,000 in his pocket. I'm like, wow.
That's
who sets the atmosphere in the club?
Yeah.
Even when Grandmaster D came down here, same kind of scenario. Got down there, opened up the thing, rocked it and all that. He came down, and nothing against him. He did his thing, but at the end of the day, they want to try to throw peanuts at you. And, they set that man up real good. And I mean, I think he did his set, like maybe 10 minutes shorter than what he was initially doing. And, you don't take that stuff against the artist, but it's these promoters that feel like you're not doing anything. And if you doing the work, you doing the heavy lifting. They benefiting off of your work. The bar's benefiting from it because we shout out the drink specials and all that. I mean,
oh man, I could find another DJ for $100, man. We good, bro. That's
the mindset. Well, we gotta figure out a way to fix that, and I think this seminar, this workshop will be a good first step, because it will kind of give a history and an understanding, so that those who are in attendance will gain an appreciation for the value of the DJ, because I think that's where it has to start. It's like, because hey man, this is very important. Like, say if I ain't there, I've done shows where something had happened and it seemed like the DJ wasn't gonna be there. It's like the whole show is in jeopardy. Like, oh, if we don't get a DJ, we done. So that's when it hits you of like how important this is, regardless of what kind of DJ is. We need somebody to run these sets tonight, and ain't nobody available. So I think this workshop will really open those doors up, and not just that, but all the categories that we discussed, and it will spark interest and younger people to be motivated to want to start out and learn how to DJ, because eyes light up once they see something that they think they can do. Like, I can do that.
Yes.
And so the same inspiration that y'all got. Let me ask y'all real quick before we go. We got about 2 minutes. Because I wanted to ask y'all, each one of y'all this. Who are y'all's first DJ inspiration? Just go along around the horn real quick. Who got y'all into DJing?
For
Jam
me,
Master Jay.
Jam Master Jay. For me, Jam Master Jay as well.
Yeah.
For me, it was DJ Aladdin and Dr. Dre, seeing them with the World Class Wrecking Crew and Candyman.
Yeah. Wow.
Jazzy Jeff and Eric B and Rakim, they said it.
Man, no doubt.
Pretty deep for me.
Some of the greats, man. Some of the greats, man.
And it's a blessing. I got to see him before he passed.
Who, Jay?
You know what I'm saying? I actually got to see DJ Run and DMC and Jam Master Jay at the car show. Remember they was at the car show? I was there front and center, and it was like a wow. It's like I'm in front of history.
I went to the show they did back in '86 at the Southern Star at the Astroworld.
Yeah.
And during the day, we just went to Astroworld that day and hung out until it was time for the show that night. And we just walked through Astroworld, and Jam Master Jay was just walking through Astroworld with the big dookie rope on, and that was like the most amazing thing. It was like the most amazing thing, man. So we had those artists that we were starstruck over, and when we were coming up, man. Well, again, y'all, we're gonna let y'all know this. We're not Saturday, March the 23rd. Saturday, March the 23rd. Be sure to come to the DJ workshop. ARC will be in the building, man. Some of the greatest DJs ever come out of the city and beyond the city will be there, man. 3 to 6 p.m. at 4443 Old Spanish Trail. 4443 Old Spanish Trail, Muhammad Mosque number 45. 3 to 6 p.m. March the 23rd, the DJ workshop. I'm looking forward to it, man. I appreciate y'all for coming on, man. I appreciate the love, and I'm looking forward to it, man.
Appreciate you, big brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Number y'all.
Brother K.
Yes, sir.